Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Luchauskas. Today is the 9th of April 2018. Today's Monday. We're just a few minutes away from the US opening bell. So we're gonna have a look at the markets, what happened today with them this morning, what's happening with them right now, and yeah, what levels to watch out for. But as always, let's have a look at our risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Also, before we jump into the charts, quickly just to remind you of our JFD research page here, which you can find if you go on jfdbrokers.com and then click on JFD Group and click on JFD Research. It will take you to this little page that we've got here, which we update on a daily basis. We throw out different analysis, different trading shout-outs, different analysis in different languages as well, of course. You can see here French and German. So yeah, guys, feel free to visit us, and I think you can find something useful for yourself. But for now, let's have a look at the charts. So the first one I want to have a look at is the FTSE 100. Now, we're slightly selling off this morning, let's say from this morning, and currently moving a little bit lower. Still, the day is not finished yet. We might potentially see maybe a reversal back to the upside, but to be honest, it seems like there's not a lot of activity today in this index, and probably will end the day with a small bodied candle here on the daily chart. So at the moment it is moving lower. Potentially look out for this area if it continues to move lower. That's the 71.25, approximately there. So if we get a move towards this, well, we'll have to be careful because obviously this could be a good level of support, and we potentially could see a rebound here and then a move back up. But if the 71.25 level is not going to hold, well, we could potentially move lower here towards this 70.65 area that I kept talking about last week in my previous videos. So watch out for this, guys. Watch out for this level first, the 71.25. If we suddenly get a reversal back to the upside, then, well, we do have this good area of resistance here that actually, on Friday it acted as support. Now it's becoming a resistance. So this area here is around the 71.85, approximately there. A move above this could open the path towards this these higher levels right here, these previous highs here. The first one could be the 72.55. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Similar stories on the DAX. DAX is slightly selling off here. It seems that it met its resistance here at this 50 EMA on the daily chart. And now we're slightly moving lower. On the downside, we are keeping an eye on this little area right here, and that's around the 12,160. I was talking about this area in my previous videos as well, mentioning this little range here that between the 12,160 and the 12,460 could be a good area to watch out for. If we potentially get a strong move from this little range, breaking this 12,460, well, this is opening the path towards higher levels. Probably the first one that we'll be looking at will be this 12,600. But if we suddenly get a move lower and we get a break below the 12,160, well, probably no secret here, we are keeping an eye on the psychological 12,000, so which in the past acted as both actually good resistance and support levels. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Okay, let's have a look at WTI quickly. We're seeing this nice strong move here. I would say almost a nice bounce from this upwards moving trend line, and of course depends how you if you're going to connect the points here, then yes, we did break it slightly, but if you're going to connect the points here, probably could be seen as a perfect bouncing area. But anyway, still we can see that this upwards moving trend line is getting respected, and we are moving higher, and we are breaking this 62.55 area here. So if we'll stay above this 62.55, there is a big chance that we will continue moving higher tomorrow, and we potentially could hit this level here, this good resistance level of around 63.60. So I would say, guys, keep an eye on this. I mean, a break above the 63.60 could potentially push it higher towards the 64.30, sorry, 64.25, approximately there. And then, yep, if these two levels get broken, then, well, potentially we could be aiming for these previous highs here at around 66.60. So keep an eye on this, guys, because if we do get something like this, then this probably has formed an ascending triangle in that case. So at the moment, of course, it's too early to say, but if we get a nice move towards the 66.60 area again, well, like I said, keep an eye, because then we've got ourselves a nice ascending triangle. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Let's have a look at a few pairs. So the euro dollar is seeing some strength again. Let me put the 4 hour, and yeah, nice move here above the 123. I was talking about this level this morning. I said keep an eye, because it is looking bullish at the moment, and that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a nice pop here on the 4 hour candle, and it's moving above the 123 and now hitting a bit of resistance here at around the 200 EMA together with the 100 EMA, and that's around the 123.200. So for now, probably the next level that we would be watching would be this, the 123.350. A good move above this, we'll see continuation moving above this 123.350. Watch out for this 123.600, guys. I mean, this could be a good area of resistance as well. So, but for now, of course, let's move step by step, and let's meet the 123.350 first. Certainly, of course, if we suddenly get a reversal here and the day will move lower again and will move below the 123, I'm not saying that this is suddenly going to become very bearish or anything like that, but still be careful, because if the price gets below here, below the 123 level, probably something is not really quite right, let's say like that, and probably the pair, the euro dollar, is not really feeling that much strong. I mean, or unless it will be waiting for further news that are coming out from the ECB this week. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Quickly, let's have a look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar is looking very strong as well, breaking this 141.500 level that I kept talking about in my previous videos. So now, of course, all eyes are on this level for today. If we continue moving higher, if we close above this, then, well, there is a potential for this pair to touch this area right here, and that would be around the 142.200. Certainly there are some smaller levels here that could be met first, like for example this one, the round number of 142. So so probably we can say that if we'll get a nice strong close above the 141.500, then there's a huge likelihood that that we potentially could go and move towards this 142 area. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is, like I said, this is an interesting activity that we're seeing right now in the British pound against the US dollar. On the downside, of course, we would need to see a nice move lower here and a nice move below, probably below the 141 area, because if we get something like this, then this could also be a nice move below this upwards moving support line, this short-term upwards moving support line that we had seen running from the 1st of March. So guys, yeah, I mean, like I said, watch this area here on the downside if we suddenly get a nice reversal back to the downside. Okay, let's quickly have a look at a few more pairs. Aussie dollar, looking at this 4-hour chart here. We saw this morning a nice sell-off here a little bit and moved lower, tested this 0.76550 area, approximately there, and now it rebounded from it, and now we're moving higher. So to be honest, it's quite difficult with this one, and it is meeting its resistance right now at around this 0.76700. So we're not far from this this downwards moving trend line here, or say resistance line, and we could, of course, make it a move again towards it, and we could test it again. So but for now it's looking a little bit choppy, and it seems like that the Aussie dollar is kind of preparing for a much bigger move later on of some sort. Of course, we'll have to just keep an eye on this and see if it's going to be to the upside or if it's going to be to the downside. But if we get a nice move above this downwards moving trend line here, potentially could go and test this area again, the 0.77250, approximately there. And if that doesn't hold, well, it is opening the path towards this 0.77600. Let's round it up. On the downside, we need a nice move below this 0.76400 in order to consider further declines. But again, looking even at a bigger picture here, we do have this upwards moving trend line, this longer term upwards moving trend line, and we could potentially see a test here if we get a move below this 0.76400 area that I was talking about. So well, you probably understand what I'm going to say now. Keep an eye on it, basically, and definitely, like I said, it is building up for something much more bigger right now. Well, at least this is how it looks like right now. Let's have a look at the dollar CAD quickly. So dollar CAD, yep, still moving to the downside. Initially this morning we had the move higher, but now we're seeing a reversal, getting rejected around this 128 area, and continues to move lower. Watch out for this 127.550 initially, and if that doesn't hold, well, keep an eye on this this area right here. Maybe it wouldn't be that much significant, but still, it was a nice swing here, a nice point, nice high here at this area in February. So could be a good potential area for a test, the 127.100. Also, quickly, let's have a look at the USDJPY. USDJPY, yep, I was talking about this area this morning, the 107. So now it seems it's just bouncing around it, slightly higher this morning, but now it's reversing to the downside. If this downwards move will continue, then we might get a test of this upwards moving support line that we've got here. So but first, of course, watch out for this 106.650 area. One more one more exotic pair that I really want to show you guys that's actually getting hit today is the dollar ruble, so the US dollar against the ruble. And let's put a daily chart here, and I did make a call on this one, and I was here on TradingView, and I've mentioned this, I've posted this idea here as a potential ascending triangle formation that's forming on this pair, and yep, now pushed nicely, broke this ascending triangle, this upper side of the triangle, and broke this downwards moving trend line here, and it continues to blow up to the upside here, taking out this area here, the 58.78, and continues to move higher. The next level that I'm watching here is the 60.52, well, 60.55, let's round it up, approximately there. So this one is an interesting one as well, guys. Okay, I need to wrap it up, and I hope you have a good US session. And as always, guys, keep an eye on the price action. I'll see you tomorrow at my JFD Brokers Traders Espresso at 7 o'clock British Summer Time. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.